I think it is extremely bullshit. It seemed like they warded Bivol the win. I don't think he should fight Bivol again.
It seemed like it was, Bivol did a really good job, but it just seemed like he was having a hard time earlier in the rounds. I mean, he did smooth it out a little bit, but I'm not sure if it was enough to get the whole victory.
Did you agree with the decision in the main event?
I did.
Yep.
Not.
What?
No, I didn't. So,
You didn't agree?
I thought personally, I thought Beterbiev won.
Dmitry Bivol has finally taken his revenge on Artur Beterbiev, settling the score with a dominant win in their rematch. But not everyone is buying it. Many are calling it a robbery, claiming Bivol's victory came more from sympathy than skill. They have even warned Beterbiev against stepping into the ring for a trilogy. After his victory, the crowd's reaction was nothing short of chaos. Fans stormed toward Bivol, eager to capture the moment. People pushed through the barriers, desperate for selfies and autographs, creating an intense scene. The overwhelming support showed how much this win meant to his followers, turning the arena into a frenzy. Security struggled to control the excitement as Bivol soaked in the admiration. For Bivol, this victory holds a deeper meaning for him. He described the win as very sweet, emphasizing that reclaiming his belt was not just about the title, but about redemption. Reflecting on his first defeat, Bivol admitted that the loss stayed with him and fueled his desire to come back stronger. For him, this fight was personal, and walking away victorious was a long-awaited moment of revenge.
Is this win somehow sweeter maybe than even if you had won the first fight?
Of course, it's very sweet, you know. I took my belt back, and it's revenge also for me. And it was sitting something inside of me. I wanted to win, and I won.
Frank Warren described the rematch as an unforgettable spectacle between two of the greatest fighters of their generation. In his view, the fight surpassed the first encounter, with both men delivering everything they had in the ring. He believes this rivalry is far from over and anticipates a third showdown. For Warren, the possibility of a trilogy is not just exciting but inevitable, given the intensity and quality of their battles.
The fight was a privilege to watch. It's one you'll never forget. Two great fighters, probably the two best of their generation and probably of the 21st century. Unbelievable fight. Much better than the first one. And they gave their all. And we're going to get probably a trilogy out of it now.
Anthony Joshua shared his admiration for both fighters, labeling them as elite competitors with unique strengths and styles. For him, what makes their matchup special is how their contrasting approaches complement each other. He also pointed out that Beterbiev's rugged toughness clashes perfectly with Bivol's calculated precision, making their bouts compelling. In his assessment, the blend of styles results in fights that feel unpredictable and electric, with neither man willing to back down.
Do you know what? They're both very elite fighters, but what makes them so unique is that they're so different in terms of their game plans, their strengths, their weaknesses. They're so different, but they gel so well. You know what I mean? Because you're expecting one thing from Artur. Bivol's like slick and showing us what boxing IQ looks like. Then you've got a rugged, tough, strong man in Artur Beterbiev, and they just gel really well.
Teofimo Lopez emphasized Bivol's punch volume as a key factor. He noted that despite fighting off the back foot, Bivol maintained a higher output and landed cleaner combinations. According to Lopez, Beterbiev's focus on body shots was a smart tactic that could have slowed Bivol down if sustained. However, he suggested that a different strategy might be needed if Beterbiev wants to reclaim his dominance in a potential trilogy.
What do you think made the difference?
The accumulating of punches. I think that even though he was fighting on his back foot, he was throwing more combinations and I think landing a little bit more, a bit better. I think what I would take from Beterbiev, I think what I noticed a bit different was that he was going for the body more than the head. I think he should have kept going that route. I think it would have slowed Bivol down, but hey, I think that we should look forward to a trilogy now.
Terrence Crawford attributed Bivol's victory to his superior conditioning and unwavering determination. In Crawford's view, Bivol's preparation and ability to maintain his pace gave him the edge throughout the fight. He expressed that Bivol simply wanted the win more and was willing to leave everything in the ring. Reflecting on the adjustments, Crawford acknowledged the challenges Bivol faced with a late replacement, but praised his ability to adapt. He stressed that whether the win came early or late, what mattered most was that Bivol got the job done.
Oh man, he did good, man. He won the fight.
Overall, the way he fought, what do you think made the difference tonight in your opinion?
He was in better shape.
Yeah?
He left it all in the ring. He wanted it more.
Yeah. What adjustments did you see?
Shakur to get a knockout tonight?
Oh, you know what I mean? He had a late replacement. He had to adjust. And you know what I mean? He got the job done, so it don't matter if he got it done in the first round or the last round.
Meanwhile, Dmitry Bivol, reflecting on his victory, expressed deep gratitude for the people who supported him. According to him, every individual involved in his training camp and fight preparation played a crucial role in his success. He described the feeling as overwhelming and credited his team for standing by him through every challenge. For Bivol, the win was not just a personal achievement, but a shared triumph with those who believed in him.
You know, I feel so amazing. I feel like I'm good boy. I did well, and I'm so appreciate God that I have such amazing people close to me who helped me all my career. Every person was important. Everybody who was with me on the camp this time and the fight weekend also.
In addition to his team, Bivol also praised his promoter, Eddie Hearn, for his unwavering support. He described Hearn as the best promoter in the sport, highlighting his communication skills and the strength of his team. According to Bivol, becoming the first undisputed champion under Hearn's promotion made the victory even more meaningful.
How I understand, I'm first fight.
First male undisputed champ for us.
Yeah, Eddie is amazing promoter. I told since the beginning he's the best promoter. How he's speaking, how amazing team he has, and I'm first undisputed champion.
Eddie Hearn echoed this sentiment, portraying Bivol as a fighter who earned every bit of his success. He expressed that Bivol's desire to become an undisputed champion was a driving force behind his performance. He acknowledged the lingering controversy from the first fight, but asserted that there was no room for debate this time. In his view, the decision was clear despite some questioning the outcome.
And Dmitry Bivol is such a nice bloke, honestly. Like, all he wanted and dreamed about was becoming undisputed champion, and to see him achieve that. It's actually our first undisputed male champion as well. Wow. And it couldn't happen to a nicer bloke, you know. A lot of needle from the first fight. I feel like he deserved it first time around. No arguments this time, even though someone tried to rob us with a draw. You know, it was a clear win, and I'm so happy for him.
However, there are some voices who do not seem happy with the results. While many accepted Bivol's victory, others believe the decision was unfair. Several fighters have shared their strong opinions, questioning whether Bivol truly deserved the win. Lonnie B did not hold back his criticism, calling Bivol's win a fake victory. According to him, Bivol did not deserve the decision, as he only performed well in the first 2 rounds. He argued that rounds 3 to 9 were clearly in Arter's favor, with Bivol doing nothing significant during that stretch. In his opinion, it felt like the judges rewarded Bivol simply for making it to the end of the fight. He strongly believed that Arter won most of the rounds and that the decision was unfair.
I think it is extremely bullshit. It seems like they awarded Bivol the win for making it to the finish line, because he didn't win that fight. Like, okay, I gave him the first 2 rounds, but y'all go sit here and act like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 that he did what? He did nothing in the middle of the fight. Nothing. He lost all those rounds clearly.
Lonnie also shared his view on why Bivol received the victory. He suggested that age played a major role, as Arter is 40 years old while Bivol is younger and has a more appealing American-style approach. In his opinion, the judges seemed to favor Bivol, assuming that if he survived until the final bell, he deserved the win. He firmly believed that the decision was based on sympathy rather than actual performance in the ring.
Well, how do you have him? I just think my personal opinion, I just think they got it out for Arter because he's 40 years old. And Bivol's the younger guy, and he got more of the American style that everybody likes. So I figured they said, you know what, if he gets to the finish line, we give him the victory. But he didn't win. the fight. He didn't win. I feel like they gave him that win out of sympathy.
In addition to his criticism, Lonnie advised Bivol to avoid a third fight against Artur. He acknowledged that Artur had already achieved a lot in his career and delivered thrilling fights. According to him, fans would rather see Artur face someone like David Benavidez, which would be a much more exciting matchup. He also mentioned that Bivol's style makes it difficult to secure a convincing win against Artur, suggesting that a trilogy would not be in Bivol's best interest.
My personal opinion, I think Arthur's done enough. You know, in the sport, you know, he gave us great fights. You know what I'm saying? Exciting fights. People want to see him and David Benavidez. You know, which would be a firecracker. I don't think he should fight Bivol again.
Michael Hunter also expressed frustration over the result. While he acknowledged that Bivol eventually found his rhythm, he pointed out that Bivol struggled in the early rounds. In his view, the fight was extremely close, and the judge's decision could have gone either way.
Bivol did a really good job, but it just seemed like he was having a hard time earlier in the rounds. I mean, he did smooth it out a little bit, but I'm not sure if it was enough to get the whole victory. But he was... I mean, he got the victory on the card, so, you know, I'm not the man, you know, to make the score. So I think it was close enough to, you know what I'm saying, say, hey, you know, let's do it again. So
Anthony Yarde had a more balanced perspective on the outcome. He believed that Beterbiev either won by a small margin or that the fight could have been scored a draw. However, he did not question the official decision. Yarde emphasized that in a close fight like this, the challenger needs to do more to take the champion's belt. In his opinion, Beterbiev remains a true champion, and while the fight was competitive, Bivol did just enough to claim the victory.
Did you agree with the decision in the main event?
I did.
Yep.
Not.
What?
No, I didn't. So, I thought personally, Beterbiev won. Yeah. Small margin, or it was a draw. But again, you can't argue with the decision being given.
Just his pressure in it, you thought that Beterbiev deserved it?
I just personally believe Beterbiev is the champion.
Yeah.
I didn't see it as like he took Beterbiev's belts away from him. It was a close fight. So sometimes when you're the challenger, I feel like you need to take someone's belts away from you.
Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, supported the judge's decision and felt that the right man won. While he admitted that he was rooting for Beterbiev, he believed Bivol edged out the win by 1 or 2 rounds. According to him, the fight could have been scored a draw, but Bivol's performance in key moments secured the victory. Despite his preference for Beterbiev, Teofimo agreed with the result.
And I mean, listen, I was going for Beterbiev, but I think the right man won tonight. Could have been a draw, but I think that Bivol edged it by 1 or 2 rounds.
When discussing the possibility of a third fight, Teofimo shared his thoughts on potential adjustments. He suggested that Beterbiev should focus on targeting Bivol's body to wear him down and slow his movement. For Bivol, he believed the key was to stick to his strategy of moving. In his view, the fight was so close that it could have gone either way, but both fighters delivered impressive performances, making a potential trilogy an exciting prospect.
If they do a third fight, what adjustments do you think can happen in the fight?
The adjustments, I think that really, to be honest, on Beterbiev's avenue, I think he really needs to work downstairs first, chop him down, break him down, slow him down as far as Bivol goes. And Bivol, stick and moving, keep doing what he was doing tonight. And yeah, I think so. You know, it could have went. I think it could have went either a draw or Bivol. And I think, yeah, they did a great job. They did a great job for sure.
According to Anthony Joshua, there is no real need for a trilogy between Bivol and Beterbiev. In his view, both fighters have already proven themselves in the ring. However, if a third fight does happen, he would definitely watch it. For him, the rivalry remains exciting despite both fighters showing their abilities clearly.
Would you want to see a trilogy?
I don't know if we need to, but I'll definitely watch it. Would you watch it? I'll definitely watch it.
Beterbiev directly addressed the possibility of a third fight after the match. He admitted that he did not even want the second fight, but it was not his decision. He stated, "Actually, I didn't even want the second fight. I mean, it was not my choice, but no problem. We're gonna do the third fight if we need to." For Beterbiev, although the ultimate decision is not in his hands, he is prepared for whatever comes next. Eddie Hearn also weighed in on the possibility of a trilogy, expressing excitement about the potential matchup. According to him, Bivol is open to other big fights, such as facing David Benavidez or a rematch with Canelo Alvarez. However, Hearn believes a third fight with Beterbiev would be massive. He described the first fight as a 10 out of 10 and the second as a 12 out of 10, suggesting the third could be even more thrilling.
Yeah, whatever His Excellency wants. Benavidez, Canelo rematch, the trilogy. I mean, the first fight was a 10 out of 10. Yeah. That was a 12 out of 10, and the next one will be even better.
Bivol addressed the possibility of future fights, including a trilogy or other major matchups. According to him, he is open to facing anyone, whether it is Benavidez, Canelo, or Beterbiev again. However, his current focus is on enjoying his status as the undisputed champion.
And Cinco de Mayo and beat Canelo Alvarez, the pound-for-pound #1. This is also the guy that just beat the undisputed champion, who was top 5 pound-for-pound. For me, there is an argument that this man here sits as pound-for-pound #1. We'll give Usyk the benefit of the doubt because he's a great fighter.
For Bivol, taking care of his health is the priority before considering his next steps. In Bivol's opinion, his future depends on the offers he receives. He made it clear that he is always ready to accept a fight if it is presented to him. Whether it is another bout with Beterbiev or a new challenge, he remains open and prepared. For now, his focus is on healing and allowing time to decide what comes next.
But for me right now, this is the pound-for-pound #2 in the sport. One of the best performances I've ever seen. And for the people here, I think a huge round of applause for the new undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Dmitry Bivol.
Thank you.
The debate has sparked discussions about a potential trilogy. While some believe a third fight is inevitable given the rivalry's intensity, others think it may not be in Bivol's best interest. Critics argue that Beterbiev's aggressive style could still pose a serious threat, while supporters feel Bivol's calculated approach will continue to outclass his opponent. Whether the trilogy happens or not, one thing is clear: this rivalry is far from over. If you found this video informative, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on the latest fights. Are you satisfied with the result, or do you think it was controversial? And which fighter's reaction do you agree with the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading them all.